The distinction between port injection and direct injection is all about where the fuel is squirted into an engine's airstream and how tightly we can control that squirt. Port injection, also known as PFI, port fuel injection, sprays fuel into the intake runners just before the intake valve of each cylinder. Imagine a spray bottle misting the air right before it enters a room. That's port injection. Direct injection, on the other hand, means business. It sends fuel straight into the combustion chamber, the room where all the magic happens. This is like having a super soaker and sending a jet of water directly at a target inside the room. Now let's talk performance. Direct injection allows for a more precise amount of fuel to be delivered, which means engines can run leaner, less fuel, same amount of air, which can boost efficiency. It's a bit like a master chef who adds the exact amount of seasoning to a dish right as it's cooking, rather than beforehand. But let's not forget about engine emissions. Direct injection tends to create less waste and fewer emissions because it's more precise. Less unburned fuel means fewer nasty particles that make the EPA knock on your door. Still, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Direct injections can lead to carbon deposits on intake valves because gasoline doesn't wash over them like it does in PFI systems. It's like never wiping down the counters after cooking. Over time, things get crusty. In terms of performance, direct injection engines often have higher compression ratios and can produce more power and torque compared to their port-injected brethren. They're like the gym rats that can lift heavier because they figured out exactly when to breathe and flex. As an enthusiast who loves the technical details behind what makes my car purr, living in the mecca for all things outdoorsy and green, Portland, Oregon, I also have to consider the environmental impact. Direct injection engines run cleaner and more efficiently, aligning with the environmentally conscious vibe of my home city. Both types of injection systems have their pros and cons, but the automotive industry is evolving, always seeking to blend performance with environmental friendliness. Just like we in Portland strive to combine urban living with nature, it's all about finding the perfect balance.